So, as I mentioned in a previous video, I have another horror story from Motorway. Motorway is the online platform that car dealers like myself can purchase vehicles off private people. So, private people put their car on there, usually once they've been to We Buy Any Car and they offer them pennies, they stick it on Motorway because everyone tells them they'll get more money, and they usually do. So they put the car on there with an in-depth description of how that car is in that point of time. Tyre depth, service history, condition of the car, any problems, blah, 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 blah. So, at the time I bought this car, it was quite low on stock. I thought, I need stock. I've logged on to Motorway. This wasn't too far from my house. It was over Somerset Way. I put a bid on it and I won it. You know, I bid good money for it. I thought, right, look, Tom, you need cars. You can't sell fresh air. You need cars in here to sell. So I won the car and the seller's details come through to you, and we're going to use the name Jane as a reference point. The customer was definitely not called Jane, okay? Anyway. So Jane's details come through, me and Bianca jumped in the car the next day, drove over there. Turned up at Jane's house, the car's there, it's hanging inside, it needs a clean, it's stinking, looks like it hasn't been washed for ages. It is what it is. I jumped in and drove there, you know. Sometimes I think when a car's clean, it feels like it drives better. So I thought, look, a good clean, if it needs a service, you know, I'll get all those bits done. So we drive back. Bianca comes back with me. I said, Bianca, do me a favour, can you take it over the valeters because I've got a couple of things to do here. So Bianca phones me 10 minutes later. Tom, I've broke down in the car on the middle of the valet bay. The clutch is stuck on the floor and it's making a funny noise. I'm like, right, fantastic. So I drove over there. Yeah, it's doing that. Then all of a sudden, it stops doing it. Started up 10 times, nothing. So eventually then I get over to the garage that I use and look, intermittently this fault happens. So I think if that was me who just sold that car to someone, what would happen? I know what would happen. My phone would probably disintegrate with it ringing, and I would have dealt with it. I would have answered the phone and dealt with it. So I thought, I'll just message the lady, Jane, and say, Jane, look, no offence, look, I've just bought the car and it's just like really gone bad on me. And that is not just coincidence. Anyway, the response come back, oh, well, that did happen to us actually. End of November, we had it looked at and the garage couldn't find anything, so we thought it was fine. So I'm like, right, okay, look, well, it's not fine with the car because this has just happened. And I had a quote for what they thought it could be because it did happen over there. Told Jane about the price and she said, well, what if I just pay half towards that? I said, Jane, to be honest, I don't really want the car. I said, look, I've bought the car in good faith that you stood there and told me straight to my face that it was a lovely car, it was just no longer any good to you because of the size of it. I'm going to speak to Motorway. Contacted Motorway, they said, look, leave it with us, we'll speak to her. If she's admitted to you in the message that there was an underlying issue with the car, then we've got somewhere to go with it. So it come back that Jane is prepared to put money towards the bill. And I said, look, fine, I don't really want it, but okay. So the money got transferred to me, but look, garages don't go, all right, Tom's got the money, right, let's everyone stop what we're doing, take all the cars off the ramp, Tom's here. So it took a couple of days to get it sorted. Every day Motorway contacted me then because Jane was contacting them saying she wanted proof that I'd actually spent the money on the car. I said, whoa, hang on a minute. I tell you what I'll do. I'll take the car back and let Jane deal with the issue. Do you know what I mean? Don't ring me now and ask me, have I spent the money on the car because you want proof of it? What do you want? Do you want me to just send you a message and say I've spent the money on the car? I know what was thinking is that there wasn't actually an issue with the car and I was just trying to pocket the money, which is not me. I didn't turn up with pointy shoes on, smoking a fag, going, whoa, there's some flies on the front, I want 500 quid off. I paid all the money. It's known for people turning up and then chipping the life out of the car. I wasn't going to do that. I was more than happy to pay all the money I'd agreed for the car because I thought it was a nice car. So anyway, it turns out now I spent a lot more than anything was discussed and agreed. I've just spent nearly £1,600 on this car, having the clutch done, the flywheel done, new starter motor, transfer box service, rear brakes, oil and filter service. It's had the works done to it. So I've spent a fortune on this car. It's no longer a money-making exercise. It's money back in the business, if that, with all what I've spent on it and the overheads of keeping it here and advertising and everything else. So yeah, I thought I'd let you know again about a little bit of horror stories with Motorway. And look, if you've watched this part of the video and you're going to get your phone out from a faceless profile and go, listen mate, what you want? That you're a trader, that's going to happen. Yes, I'm a trader, but guess what? I went there under the description that was described and that wasn't on there. So it was a lie, yeah? I got lied to. And that's frustrating because I don't lie to people. If I'm going to tell you or sell you a car and the wing mirror cover's cracked, I'll tell you it's cracked. But you know what? I don't even let that happen anymore because I would rather get it done so there's no excuses. But the car itself now, may as well talk about it because it's up for sale. It's on for 5,495 or 5,450, which is under the retail value. It's done 89,000 miles. It's got 2 keys, lots of service history, massive repair bill just done to it. Which, look, they're serviceable mechanical items. So for whoever buys this car knows now they've got peace of mind that there's been a massive amount of serviceable work done to this vehicle recently. So yeah, it's on sale. It's on the website. You'll see some videos of it. And excuse me for ranting on again. Thank you.